What's up everyone, Speedy here. In this 1v1 video, we're going to be doing 2 live games as well as 1 replay review. So let's get right into it. Here we are in game number 1. Let's be patient here. Let the ball roll down. Pressure back on the play. Good early challenge there. Opponent's going to get a soft touch. Going to fake here. Try to force him to get possession away. Didn't have to actually flip there. Not great. Puts the ball in a possessible position for the opponent. It's too much of a play there. Don't turn all the way. You want to turn halfway just to try to force the opponent to kind of play one way. Not the best mechanical play itself, but it goes well because the opponent doesn't challenge. If the opponent kind of like played for a 50-50, would have gone a little bit better, but still okay. Grab this boost here. Opponent's not going to have a whole bunch of boost, but they are going to have possession, and I don't make the appropriate play. So here, it's a poor play there, just not coming across the way I wanted to. Fine with that early challenge, doesn't really do much. And gets me a free goal because the opponent wants to go for a flip reset in the position that's not very high percentage. And that's just not really the thing you want to be doing there. It's tough. Misses it in the works. Does a good job though of taking time. Because once I flipped early, I gave him all that space. Take time. Nice. Excellent control. Took a little more time than I probably should have, realistically, but still really, really good control. Better to take time. Or honestly, if I got better control there, it'd have been fine. Let's take here. Nice. That works because the opponent is not expecting me the early challenge there. So by early challenging, and because he's focusing more on the tunnel vision of the flick, essentially what happens is he just puts himself in an awkward place. And I get myself scored on by just being stupid. That's... Also just played higher percentage and been totally fine. It's really dumb. Should not be throwing the lead away like that. Fortunately, he didn't get the best bounce there, but still, all good. It was nice winning against Grand Champions. It was a good game, though. Here we are in game number 2. Oh, dude, that is a perfect bounce. That is a perfect kickoff. Bang. Not bad. Back this way. Don't have to shoot. Not exactly the most accurate shot in the world, but it still works because it just makes it awkward for the opponent. They kind of just knew I needed to go there. The opponent was going to be kind of desperate to chow that. Good defense from the opponent, honestly. Did that well. Put myself in a bad spot, committing that much. Good job avoiding the overcommit. Just getting control. Smart thing to do. Now I can take time. Opponent, honestly, like, that felt like the most, like, I'm gonna be honest here, that felt like the most, like, just half-assed attempt at a play. And I know it sounds toxic, but seriously, like, he just kind of half went. He just wasn't really sure what he wanted to do. Like, that's never gonna go well. It'll take time. And again, it's just these challenges. So many people in these ranks are just so aggressive with plays that they don't recognize that they may be playing fast, but they're not playing aware of how fast they need to be going into a play. And they're just flying into plays without actually being aware of like whether or not it was a good play or not. Really good flick. Not what I wanted at all. I was really poor. Oh, good though. Great reset. Gives you possession for free. Oops. I'm gonna score it on because I'm trying too hard. Just stupid of me though. Could have just taken time. Gotta keep pressure on that side. And the opponent fucks it up so badly that it works. That's really, that's pretty sad. Gets rewarded for messing it up. I like the setup there and just patience. Once I was going for the reset, just take my time and not overcommit. Like, recognize the opponent's just not going, so just stay back. I hit that, but all good. I made this game closer than I really needed to. No, why did I double jump? Fuck you. That's gonna annoy me. Now he has a free opportunity because of a double tapping A. Okay, what the fuck was that challenge, bro? Take time, grab some pads. But it's got one opportunity left. I'm just not going to go yet. GG. Overall, good game. Okay, so here's the replay portion of the video, and I'm not gonna lie, this was a really fucking bad game. This was just a shit game. Mechanically, just didn't play well, didn't make the right adjustments, and we're gonna go over it. It's a good time here. Doing a decent job there. It's a good attempt on the pressure. Could have done a little bit better though. In terms of the takeoff, I don't mind the idea. It's just I'm way too far back, and so by the time I actually hit it, I get a very horizontal touch, but no verticality to go over the opponent, so that's why that goes that way. The guy was definitely a little underranked. He's probably like a C3. It's hard to tell for sure, but definitely felt that way. Guy was just like really consistent with putting up like offensive goal line pressure, which was annoying. He trolls this though. Like defensively, he trolled a fair bit, but offensively, he just had these plays that were really annoying. That was like difficult to work against. I mean, maybe he's not underranked. It's hard to say. It just felt that way. He's going for a bump here, and of course it works. Barely gets a goal here, and it does eventually lead to a goal. Just coming in too fast, honestly. If I came in a little bit slower and got a better touch there, I actually would have been totally fine. Like, if it's his offensive pressure, like, the way he just plays his offense is just annoying. He gets kind of a fortunate touch there. That's the first time it gets bumped. There's a lot more bumps this game where this one actually works, but there are a lot more bumps this game where we're probably going to see it, where it's just like literally he somehow fucking just survives and nothing happens to him. Maybe the server. It's hard to say. I don't mind this. Good clear. I don't mind being fast there, but it's dangerous to try to like do too many inputs at once if you're not used to it. That's kind of the case where that's what happened there. Give myself a bump there. I have to be careful about this. Because the problem is like by flipping. So by flipping a certain direction, he's looking for that and he wants me to do that. And that's the exact entire point of his whole play. That's why he's trying to make me do that way. I wouldn't have gotten scored on here, though, if I just got a bump instead. Because I went for the ball here, if I just took a little more time and just flipped through him, it would have been a little bit safer. Wouldn't have gotten scored on, though. A lot of goals, just really rough pressure to go against. Like, this guy is definitely a little more experienced than what a diamond tournament winner fucking tag will show. And that's why I don't really go by tags, because tags are bullshit. Definite miss there. Just trying to take my time, trying to figure out where he is. I was trying to, like, the idea, didn't do it well enough, or fast enough rather, was the idea was essentially to pop the ball here and pop it up the wall above him before he can get there. And I just didn't do that well enough. I like the idea, just putting that pressure here, just trying to force him high, because by forcing him high, it makes it harder for him to go. This is really poor challenge, though. I don't have a problem with aggression defensively. I have a problem with committing to something where you're clearly beat. This is, I'm fucking beat by like 7 country miles. It's just stupid, you know, frankly. It's just a bad play. Could have done that a lot better, a lot more patient. Just recognize that. And this is a game I really started getting really annoyed at myself, just because I kept making those logical errors and just not making the correct decisions. This is a good save. Opponent goes for the air dribble bump. Very obvious air dribble bump at that. Do a good job of just being aware. This is a really key moment of this interaction, is I am pretty much 0 boost. The opponent is full boost. And I recognize that in order for me to have a successful interaction is to take time, be patient, and not overuse my boost early, and then lose possession. And even if I do lose possession, I'm in a position where I can do well. This is... I understand why I went for this, because it looked like the opponent lost control, but in reality, the opponent was really in control the whole time. Like, they're in a position where they can still 50 that ball, which is, from my perspective, that's not what I saw, but again, that's kind of the nature of the game. Yeah, that's the first time where I'm like, from my screen, I saw a bump that just somehow didn't connect. That's really sad. Damn. Yeah, then the second one I'm pretty sure was right after this. Ah, no. Just too slow. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Could have played that better. Just really couldn't get myself connecting this game, honestly. It just felt really frustrated that I just couldn't get the little things to connect. You know, couldn't get the right bumps to connect, couldn't get my defense to connect. Just mechanically and decision-wise, just couldn't get it going. This guy played a good aggressive game. He trolls a goal here. He fucks up there. He does get a goal soon after this kickoff, though. Just a really annoying one, I remember. It was annoying because I side flipped. The second I side flipped, I knew I was like, yeah, I'm losing this kickoff and I'm probably getting scored on. Just instantly knew. Because he gets a really fucking good flick, and I'm just like, yep, awesome, cool, another goal, great. Just try to fight through it, you know. As you can see, that was definitely frustrating. Mental nerves were definitely starting to really frustrate me. That's life, you know. You get some games where you just don't play well, and that's kind of just how it goes. This is a moment where I could very well have played it smarter and just not gone. I completely gave possession away. I understand the idea of like trying to get a control touch, but I wasn't paying attention for the opponent. I was only looking at ball. And this is literally just absolutely clearly giving the ball to the opponent. And then now I'm like sitting here and now I'm like, oh shit, I gave it to him. And then of course he's gonna go for a delay, like a delay flip. So shouldn't have expected any different there. It was just a stupid play. That's all there is to it, really. Do I have to beat myself up? Yeah, don't really have to, but frankly, at times it could be your own worst critic. This is a game where I was definitely should have significantly played better than what I did. I threw a lot of opportunities away because I was just playing insufficiently and just not making the adjustments I should have. And that's life. At the same time, you only get so many opportunities in the game, and you have to make them count. You can't fuck around and lose every opportunity and expect to get more. Life doesn't work that way. You know, you take the opportunity you get and you do the best you can with them, and you go from there. And then of course get super poor contact there, which if I did get a goal, I would have had a more potential of a tiny bit of a better chance to recover the mental and score and get something going. Of course I don't, and you can see the game ends up ending here with no change in score. These are the things you learn, you know, just days where sometimes you just finish off with a bad game, and you know what, that's life. The guy wanted to be funny and just kind of keep trying to bump me the whole time, as he did a lot of that this game, and he connected his bumps and I couldn't get mine to connect, and that's sometimes just the way it goes. A big lesson though, this game really is just recognizing when your mental state does not connect the way you want it to. You need to make an adjustment. You need to calm yourself down, take a second to breathe, watch the fucking replay back. Just literally watch your replay back, ignore it, and just breathe for a moment and say, all right, chalk it up, you know, bad play, okay, move forward, you know. Instead of just getting frustrated with yourself like I did here, try to recover your mental earlier. You'll play a lot better, you'll have a lot more fun. Because overall the session was fun, you know, it's been a fun session. Did 2 recordings this session, so I know I felt good. And I still feel good. Even after just like garbanzo fucking beans of a game, I still feel really good. Even the fact it's like, yes, it's, people would say like honeymoon period, like I'm on a new car. But I'm not minding the Fennec. It feels good with the flip resets. It feels good overall. I'm gonna kind of run it for a while, you know, then kind of switch back and forth. I had a phase where I went from the Dominus to the Octane, and I noticed long-term improvement. Maybe it's time for me to do the same thing with the Fennec and maybe switch it up to the Fennec. You know, try some new things. Maybe potentially try some different settings. You know, I've been a big fan of Magic Bears for quite a long time. Same thing with Cheese. Maybe try one of their controller dead zones or sensitivities. You know, try some stuff out. try some new things and see where it goes. If it doesn't work, cool, I can just go back to this, you know. But if it does work, maybe you have some new settings that can improve my sensitivity in the air and make me a better player, and help me build good control. As long as I'm having good habits, then I can play from there. That being said, if you want me to review your games, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And I'd like to ask you to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Speed D Man out.